A lot of women don't understand the whole passport bro movement, so I'm gonna mansplain it for you. You see, American women, they're like drug dealers. Except this particular drug they're selling, let's just call it coochie, is overpriced, super stepped on, super ran through, but they think they have a monopoly on it, so they keep pushing out inferior product. Well, eventually the fiends catch on and realize I'm giving this all this money and they're giving me garbage. Next thing you know, somebody new moves in on the block, some foreigners. They got superior product, reasonable prices. Loyalty goes straight out the window. We don't got no loyalty after that. So now you mad at the customers and you mad at the rival drug dealers when you should be mad at yourself.
So that was AD Dion from TikTok. That was his explanation of Passport Bros. Basically saying guys in America, they feel like they are getting a raw deal, and they're finding out that they can get a better deal somebody else. And this is going on a lot, right? I can't say it's majority of men, but there's a lot of men waking up and understanding that you know, as long as I don't get any felonies in my life, as long as I'm able to get a passport, as long as I'm healthy enough to, travel and go somewhere else, and I've built myself up to at least have a certain amount of money where I can do that. I can go to another country and have more options. I can have more options. Basically, that is what a lot of guys are finding out. Now, me personally, I'm the type of guy where I like to tell guys, man, make sure you are working on yourself regardless, building yourself up, becoming the type of man that can get the cream of the crop of woman wherever you go on the world. So when it comes to America, if that's a girl that is, not as ran through, not as out there, somebody that's, just seen as kind of a more valuable woman, then you gotta build yourself up and be that type of guy that deserves that type of woman. And that having that mindset will also help you overseas as a man, because yeah, anybody can go overseas and spend money on a woman for her time. But me personally, I'm a guy. I go to the gym. I just got from the gym a few hours ago. uh I work on myself. I grind hard. I make sure I'm getting better as a person every day, every day. Some days you take a step back, some days you slip up, but most of the days I'm making sure I am better than the day before. Having said that, being that type of guy, that means um, I feel like, me personally, I just feel like this, that I should be able to get a different type of woman than the guy that is, not going to the gym, fat slob, doesn't work on himself, just basically he gets money, right? He gets money, enough money to go somewhere in the world and pay for a woman, but he doesn't have much of a sense of improvement, right? I feel like I should be able to get a different type of woman than that guy. And that's the problem with the whole passport bros thing, is it doesn't matter what your level of status is, how much you work on yourself, really how much money you got. As long as you got enough for her to pay her price, it doesn't matter what you look like. Now, yeah, sure, you probably, if you are an attractive guy to the woman, you're probably gonna get a better experience. You probably won't be doing as much clock watching. But at the end of the day, if me and the other guy that's not working on himself, fat slob, if we can get the same type of girl, like if we can get the same thing out of one girl, then I don't want to mess with that girl. That's what I'm trying to say, is that if she's gonna mess with any type of guy, then I don't even want that girl personally. But a lot of these guys, they don't care. They just want to spend time with beautiful women. And to each his own. I'm not saying one way is right and one way is wrong, but just giving kind of my explanation of the passport bros. It really just comes down to guys having more options when you do go overseas, regardless of what type of man you are. And that's what guys love about it, man. Where no matter where you go in the world, what's your whatever type of woman you like, whether you like black women, whether you like Hispanic women, whether you like Caucasian woman, whether you like Asian woman, there's another country in the world that you can go to and you can have options in that country because you're American, you got American dollars, your money has value, you have that American factor about you that, just kind of captivates the world. Everybody thinks Americans are cool. Not everybody, but there's a large majority. There's a section of people in every culture that follow after American culture. So you know it's definitely options out there in the world if you are a guy. And as far as ladies here in America, I feel like guys having more options should make you want to step your game up a little bit, man. Should make you want to step your game up. uh you know as far as a lot of guys that just going to these places for sex. I don't think you need to step your game up for those guys, but for the guys that are valuable and the guys that the 20% of guys that women actually want, because they say 80% of guys aren't going on dates, aren't having sex. So that 20% of guys that you women actually want, if you want to keep those guys here in America, you got to step your game up. You got to step your game up. You got to stop, messing with everybody, choosing guys that aren't going to marry you and things like that, because, you know, the great guys have a lot of options, and that's not going to change. It's only going to get more and more readily available as you see a lot of guys in jail, a lot of guys playing for the other team. So it's it's an abundance of women out there for us. That's what I'm trying to say. It's definitely an abundance of women. But let me know what y'all think about Passport Bros. Let me know what y'all think about his explanation and my explanation down in the comments below. As always, love y'all. I'm out.